Gemini Keez in the pen, LatinoSports.com. Getting ready for that rivalry series between our New York Mets and those Atlanta Braves. Check out these clips. We're in Queens. I'm here with the player that everybody loves, everybody quietly loves to hate. I'm here with Hall of Fame third baseman, Mr. Chipper Jones. Chipper, as always, brother, welcome to New York, man. How you feeling every time you come here? This is like your second home. You got to admit it, this is like your second home. All I'm hearing is Chipper, Chipper. So how's that feeling for you every time you come to New York, the respect that you get here every time you come here?
Well, I have learned to love it. I used to hate it when I was young, but
really?
I really, you know, the Mets were really good back when I was younger. We had some knockdown, drag-out games with them. We knew we were in for a tough ride every time we came to New York. Ever since they moved over here, it's changed the dynamic a little bit. It wasn't as chaotic as it was over in Shea, but you know, as I get older, I know that my visits here become fewer and fewer, and I think the fans are starting to realize that too. I'm trying to do whatever I can to sign a lot of autographs and whatnot, knowing that I only got maybe 4 or 5 trips left to New York in my career, so I'm making the most of it.
Chipper, man, has time how fast has time flew for you when you first came up as a shortstop, and now, you know, we're here in the new ballpark, Citi Field, man. Right. How fast did that go by for you, man?
It's gone pretty quick, you know. I mean, I've been in, this is my 18th year in the league, and you know, it seems like a flash. But you learn, you know, your last couple years in the league, you learn to enjoy each and every place that you go, knowing that, you know, especially with the injury bug that I've been bitten with over the last couple years, you know, it could be the last time I play here competitively. So I want to try and go out with a bang if I can.
Well, Met fans would love to think that Mets-Braves was an intense rivalry. Now, you know, the Mets ain't looking really too good. You know, we're rebuilding, but is it still a rivalry to you, man, Chipper Jones?
It is to me because, you know, the Mets are really the closest thing that I've seen to a rivalry here in the East. You can say what you want about the Philadelphia Phillies and whatnot, but for me, it's all deep-seated with the Mets. You know, when I first came up, especially through my glory years in the late 90s and early 2000s, you know, it was between the Braves and the Mets to see who was going to win the National League East. It was between the Braves and the Mets to see who was going to be the National League representative in the World Series. So I always get a little more amped up to play the Mets than I do everybody else.
Talk to me about this new ballpark, Citi Field, because you dominated Shea Stadium. I mean, you even named your own child after Shea Stadium. But what do you think about this ballpark? And if you hang around for a couple more seasons, maybe you have a daughter. Would she be Citi Jones, maybe?
No, I don't think so. I'm not as fond as this ballpark as I was at Shea. Actually, that was more Mama's doing than it was mine. She loved the name Shea. If we'd have had a boy or a girl, she was going to name it Shea. So Shea always held a special place in my heart. It was where I hit my first Major League homer. The one game that I remember over every other game in that ballpark was the first game after 9/11. So I got a lot of special moments in that ballpark. It meant a lot to me. I shed a tear when they blew it up. But this ballpark here is, I guess if you had one word to describe it, it would be cavernous. You know, it's huge. You know, it's more suited to a Jose Reyes type player.
Right.
I think you really got to swallow your pride when you walk into this ballpark and just say to yourself, hey, I'm gonna be a 300 hitter for this series as opposed to a 30 home run guy. And just let the home runs come. You absolutely have to crush one to get it out of here.
Well, I wish the organization was listening to you right now, man. You know what I'm saying? But Chipper, it's been an honor and a pleasure watching you play, and I'm looking forward to that day that we see you in Cooperstown for the Hall of Fame. All right, buddy?
I appreciate it.
Gemini Keez here with Hall of Famer, third baseman Chipper Jones, and you're watching LatinoSports.com. It's about us. It's about time.